Hey everyone, welcome to my channel and thank you for clicking on this video. So tonight, before I take off my makeup and cornrow these sister locks so I can have a little bump, a little body tonight, because I hate when they get all stringy like this and start sticking up like that. I wanted to share some practical self-care that I have done within the last week, 2 weeks. I'm stuck in the teeth. Now I'm starting to feel it. Yeah, and I'm quite proud of myself. Yeah. And, sometimes it takes a wake-up call. It takes something to kind of like just give you a reality check to remind you this is where you need to be heading. Self-care has gotten a bad rap because it's become such a trendy word, and it's been very much associated with the glitz and glam and the frou-frou things. But on this channel we keep it real, and it wouldn't be truthful of me to say that I believe that that's all it is as well. Though those things are fun to me. Though I love a good spa day, I love getting my nails done, I love my makeup. I probably put on makeup 5-6 days out of the week. Like, I'm really hard pressed not to put on a full face. And, even though I would pride myself on a season where I wouldn't need as much concealer and foundation and spot correction, when my skin does what my skin does, or that's time of the month, I need a little bit more coverage, you know what I mean? But it's not just that. It's about taking care of the skin underneath. It's about your water intake. It's about your probiotics and your multivitamin. It's about your facials and exfoliating and your retinol and your vitamin C serums and your rose water and toner. It's about getting into the habit of making time so that you can have the best skin in your 30s. Because if you don't invest in it, how can it really not even work for you, but treat you with the same kindness and respect as you age? I mean, yes, we're all going to get wrinkles. There's no type of anti-aging. I'm trying to avoid aging. It's not that, but you just want to live a life where you make time to take care of your body, your temple, so that your body and your temple can, in return, take care of you. I don't want to look like, show my stress level, if at all, show my age, show a hard life, and I look like, whoa, she's 35, damn, she looks like she's 50. Y'all know the type where they have aged themselves. They look like, but not only, it's deeper than just aging yourself. She looks like she not only had a hard life, but she hasn't had any time to do any kind of self-care. And those preventative things, they catch up with you. They really, really, truly do. So this is about, okay, the deeper level layer of self-care, the practical self-care, and why it's just important. Number one, everybody knows this, and I think it's something that, though people know this, it really is just, it's out of sight, out of mind. You're supposed to get a cleaning at least twice a year. You're supposed to be on top of your oral health. Everybody knows that dental hygiene and oral health can affect, just like I was saying with the skin, the inside, the deeper, like gum disease, can cause heart issues, can cause all kinds of other things that you don't want. And though my smile is what my smile is, and I've been told I have a big mouth, big lips, big teeth, pretty smile, had it not been for my braces and me just trying to stay on top of that, like, I went through a real bad phase of being prone to cavities. Like, y'all see me take down in this coffee and wine, like, real talk. But going to the dentist stays on top of that. Some people are more prone to gum disease. Some people are more prone to bad breath. Some things are not so much that you're not doing the bare minimum, but you need to do more. So I went to the dentist. I found a dentist out this way because obviously my old dentist was in Maryland. So I got that checked off my list. And I scheduled my cleaning, and I did all my x-rays and stuff. I also started doing some stretches last week. So again, I might have started, you know how you do multiple takes? Well, you might not know. Sometimes when you have to do multiple takes, you start off rolling one way. And then you're like, wait, did I say that in this video in the beginning, or was that the other take that I deleted? So before my kids interrupted when they were going to bed, I think in the first or second take, I had said, you know how life has a way of drawing attention to something that you need to do, kind of like a hard lesson learned. Like, so you might not have been on top of your resting enough, staying on top of keeping your immune system boosted, and overworking. So then you catch a cold. Like, that's what I believe colds are really like the triggers of a cold, you know, overworking, not getting enough rest, not keeping your immune system boosted, and what's that, 3 things? Rest, overwork, and immune system. Yes. So when you catch a cold, you're like, oh, man, because I haven't been taking my vitamin C, or maybe not enough of it, or I haven't been consistent, or I haven't been on top of my elderberry, or whatever, or I knew when I heard Judy coughing in the office, I didn't come home and start dosing up, or I know it's coming in of cold and flu season, you know, you're kind of like, it's in the back of your head. So I had a tension headache on Friday that would not ease up. Now, part of that, I had really been going, pushing myself physically. And my girlfriend and I had been talking about, like, yeah, doing yoga, getting back to it, stretching. And she was like, girl, find some YouTube videos. Like, just do, 10, 15, even 20 minutes. That's all you really need. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get to that. Until I overworked myself, felt like I pulled something, was kind of like on my heating pad. By the next day or two, I literally had a headache that stretched from here all the way down into the back of my neck and wrapped around in my shoulder. Needless to say, my ass flew to start doing some stretches. I found a great video on YouTube. She had a great little timer. She kind of gave prompts of, like, what she's going to get ready to do. It was really, really, really good. If I can remember, I always say this. I'm going to put it in the description. Y'all probably don't even care what I'm doing, but long story short, that really was a wake-up call. Like, before I jump out here and be running around, jumping around, doing the most, I already knew that was in my back of my head, in the back of my mind, to be like, just start doing a little stretching. Just get back into yoga, maybe once a week, twice a week. And I just hadn't done it. Walk around, not walking, but running around here showing y'all planner updates, writing, find a yoga studio. You can even find a stretch studio, like somewhere that, the professionals will stretch you out. So after that tension headache, I had taken Advil. I'm not saying this is right. I know. Don't judge me. After I had taken liquid Advil gels, then turned around after hours of no relief, took Excedrin migraine, made a cup of coffee, tried a hot shower, tried changing my position, cracking my own neck. I got up and I went to a walk-in chiropractor, and in less than 20 minutes, I had instant relief. And she was like, what is your lifestyle? What do you do? Because this is straight tension, and your hips were out of line. Your this was this and that was that. And I was like, she was spot on. Guilty. I was like, okay. So she got me with the treatment plan, got it together. Not that I think that I need to stay with a chiropractor indefinitely, but had I been preventative, had I been doing my yoga and my stretching prior, I don't think it would have gotten to this point. So there's number 2. And number 3, damn, what was number 3? I said dentist. I said the chiropractor. Oh, it was one more. See, then I don't have my nose, because I was like, I'm just going to flow with it. Damn it. What was number 3? I was so proud of myself. I was like, look at me. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry, y'all. See, y'all know I'm not scripted. I'm not fancy. I'm not polished. I'm none of those things. I gave y'all one good video when I rebranded this channel and changed the name from Virgo Talks to Dragonfly Life. Why I did that, added, got it edited, I was really proud of that video, but this is the real me. And this is also a consequence of that. It will come to me. But anyway, the point of this video is that though it's not fun, though it's not glamorous, though it takes time out of your day to make an appointment, to go, do the thing, whatever you need to do, it is so important. It is more important than the superficial. It is, because what is the point of being jacked up on the inside, but made up and got your life together and looking so pulled together, your wardrobe, your makeup, your hair, when the inside is not aligned, the inside is not balanced, because the inside is the most important thing. If your health and wellness is not a part of your self-care, it really is just a waste. My hair, for example, y'all know sister locks are expensive. My install was like, at that time, this was 5 years ago, my install was about $7-ish. And my reties are like $185 every 6 weeks, depending on how many weeks I go over. 200-ish. I get steamed. I try to get steam treatments. My color, when I do color, so it's a pretty expensive natural hairstyle versus other types of locks, other type of protective styles, and blah, blah, blah. But if I've got heart disease, if I'm walking around literally dying, it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. I could be, like, it does not matter, So we've got to remember to, and I don't mean that jokingly. It's like, I just think that we can lose sight and think that, what do they say, lipstick on a pig? And I don't mean that in a mean way, but just our priorities are out of whack, okay? And you need to figure that out for you. You need to put it in your planner. You need to make it a priority. You need to take the time off. You need to use a sick day. You need to go on a weekend if you can, do what you've got to do so that it is totally balanced. It is totally balanced. You can't do a self-care shopping day and your gut's out of line. Your pH is out of line. Basic stuff. And it is a lot. It is. And that's why I've always said on this channel as well, self-care is a full-time job. I don't know how these women find time to cry over a man, stress over a man, chase a man, worry over a man, build a man, or stress over any other thing that doesn't feed, nurture, and help replenish them, when you've got enough to focus on. You are your first priority, and you are a full-time job. Then, if you're like me, you add on. You're keeping your home. You're raising children. All their school stuff. Every week, I get a newsletter, like a 10-page newsletter of PTA updates, volunteer opportunities, money for this, money for that. These kids take more money to do. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, Mom, I need $5 for this. I need a permission slip for that. I have this coming up. We ain't even at the first quarter of the year, so that keeps me busy. Obviously working, keeping food on the table, keeping my home, enjoying my home, resting, rejuvenating, journaling, my spiritual work, my spiritual walk, my interests. Like, I don't have time for anyone else's shit. And you shouldn't either. You know what I mean? Like, we are enough. When you focus on you, you're going to be so fulfilled, because you're going to be like, honey, have you seen my planner? have you seen how thick this thing is? You know what I mean? Like, I got things to do, I'm trying to live a life worth living. I'm not trying to be here and just be getting by to get by. I am trying to thrive. I'm trying to be here. I wasn't brought here to just be sick all the time, be uncomfortable, be in dis-ease, out of line, out of whack, struggling on top of everything that life throws at you. Okay? Last thing I wanted to share, I found this book. I don't think we've talked about this book. I showed you the self-care for moms, new moms, but I don't think we talked about this. And if we did, it was a long time ago, and I did not finish this book. I honestly think this is the Five Below. Five Below be having some little gems, y'all. Don't sleep on Five Below. Mira Lester, a weekly guide to prioritize you, a self-care planner. Just a little tidbit, if you have a hard time with thinking of where to start, how to stay focused, how to remind yourself, this could be a great companion if you're not a planner girl like me. If you don't do all this obsessive, like buying inserts, making your own dashboard planners and all that stuff. If you're just not into this, or maybe your life isn't that complex and you'd rather not, because it brings you back to your college days, high school, college days where you needed that. This would be something like this would be a great companion, because it really is simplified and it's straight to the point. It's not a lot of frou-frou. For example, month 1, week 2. I hope you can see this, but if not, you write in the dates. I like that, undated, please God, because if I take a break, I'm gonna feel guilty when it was May and I didn't get back to it till September. Okay, we know life happens. So she has weekly tips. She breaks it down to body, mind, and spirit or soul, and she has little prompts, really quick little blurbs. This is not complex, y'all. And then she says, my self-care intention for the week, for the 3 areas. And then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, throughout the thing. And then as you schedule your week, keep your self-care intentions in mind. And then you are just like a little space where it's like, how did I do? Maybe not so much a habit tracker, but just a reflection. I think that is just such a simple way to... You may not even know where you're missing things. So I skipped. I'm just going to do like a huge leap. Now we're at month 2, week 1. Like, for example, mine. Contemplate your inner male and female. How deep is that? Balance. That's important. Are you too much in your masculine? Are you too much in your feminine? Are we really good at recognizing that? You can be so much in your feminine where you don't get nothing done and you're too to do anything. We don't have time for that. Yes, be in your feminine. Be soft. Be creative. Be analytical in the sense of like, you can think what you need. You can create and call to you what you need. We know this. But the masculine also enables you to go to work, okay? Pay your bills, okay? Finesse the hell out of it. No, I'm just joking. But you have to have the masculine to drive the feminine vehicle, basically. You know what I mean? So she gives a little blurb and really, 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 really great references. She's already got in here. She's talking about, how do you pronounce his name? Carl Jung. It's not Jung. When you get into his stuff, you get into some deep stuff. And she's referencing him. She also talks about Chinese medicine. And then she gets she's yin and yang, you know what I mean? So you got to keep an open mind. I wouldn't say it's spiritual, but it's secular. It's open-minded. It's not to any one. I mean, obviously when you start touching on yin and yang, but she keeps a wide umbrella with a lot of different cultures and examples. That's all this is about. Here she's talking about a Celtic trilogy, just so that you can have an understanding of the theory that she's trying to get you to think about. Meditating, an inner garden, so just, and then she even mentions Buddha in here. So she covers a wide range. Hindu Vedic traditions, okay? All right. Very wide worldview of coming back to self-care. I think everybody needs a little good dose of other cultures and perspectives, okay? I don't think it hurts. So keep an open mind. yeah, holistic systems, spirituality. Just kind of flipping through looking for like keywords. Yeah, so this is good. This is good because it keeps the same format throughout the whole book. I don't know what this is. Cultivate your abundance. I don't know what you would do here, but if you get the book, I'm sure she goes into detail and has a how to use this book. Something like this would be a great guide if you just feel like you struggle with everyday thinking about what should I do now? Did I do everything? Am I missing anything? You know, we can be blind to our own blind spots. We can be blind to certain areas where we're in. We could be in such a rut as far as our habits, which way we typically sway. I'll use myself as an example. I can have a tendency, though I have a high risk tolerance when it comes to making money, when it comes to expanding my experience as far as like getting out of my comfort zone, to be vulnerable, to say I don't know, that's where I'm like, oh no, I have to know everything. I have to, keep that, so stretching myself in that way is very difficult. And that is something that I need to work on. I need to constantly to put myself in situations to be uncomfortable, to expand and learn more and say, I don't know, but I know I can find out. I know I can learn. I can be mentored. I can keep an open mind. But what does that look like? Getting in new circles, finding new opportunities. So, but prior to some inner work, I didn't know that was something I would do, that I would shy away from any type of, that looks uncomfortable. I'm going to stick with what I know, which is I can throw $1,000 to a business idea. I'm comfortable with that, but I don't think I want to walk into a new circle or a new opportunity and say, I actually don't know, but I can learn. Oh no. But that's not that's the balance that I need in my life. So little things like that. I was blind to that area in my life. Something like this can help you find new perspectives to consider and say, kind of reflect on, like, do I do that? Is that something that, I've done in the past? Or is that something that I had a limiting belief about? Whatever. So something to think about there. And, I'm sure Etsy, Amazon, there's so many different journals. I love to see it. A lot of people are really bringing the creativity to the journaling prompt space. And it's really good that we're all, doing that shadow work, I guess you can call it. So that is also a very necessary part of self-care. It's not glamorous. It's you, your thoughts, pen and paper, and getting uncomfortable with yourself. Asking yourself these hard questions, right? Excuse me. Now we're going to shift gears a little bit. I was going to make this a separate video, but don't really want to. The more you expand and ask questions, the more you'll have things that happen in your life that you're almost like, now, wait a minute, But it's exciting, and, you can't be afraid of your own power. You can't be afraid of the signs and symbols, and especially if that's what you asked for, that's what this is what you wanted, right? So two things happened that I'm just kind of like, the first thing I know what it means. The second thing was right before I started making this video, and I wanted to share because I may not be alone in this, and maybe someone out there has experienced something like this where it's like so in your face you can't even deny, and it's exciting, it's a little nerve wracking, but it's like, but this is still like, okay, I'm ready, So something had happened in my personal life, and when that thing was over, that was such a dark cloud over me mentally. I was walking TT, and it was pretty late, and so how the light casts a shadow, so I could tell that something was on the paved path, and I was like, that's kind of what is this mass in the way? And when I got my flashlight, it was a dead rat. And it really took me aback. And to the point where I was like, I've never seen rats out here. I know that this is not a dirty, like, this is not New York. Like, what the hell? You know what I mean? It was very disturbing. And, it kind of like startled me. Because I'm like, I ain't used to this. You know what I mean? Even when I go to DC, if I see some rats running under my car, up the walls, around some dumpsters, I'm like, it's time to go. I just can't do it. And I love rodents. I got guinea pigs and ferrets, but a rat I cannot do. So I came in and I Googled it, and it was like a dead rat on your path symbolizes the completion and a closing of a chapter of something in your life, the death of a season, and I was just like, oh my God, that is so. And the next morning the rat was gone. Now I know my maintenance men, they not on it like that. Why would they be way over there on the walking trail? The rat was gone. I cannot explain it. I can't even imagine what other critter would come and snatch the rat up. 'Cause I walk that path every day to walk TT. So tonight, I'm really just embracing the full moon energy. And I just did some things that I needed to do. And I also was burning some things that I just wanted to release and call back into my life. So I opened the back door, and my balcony overlooks some woods, but it's behind a fence, and it's a pretty dense patch of trees. So we'd had some rain, but nothing crazy, no like crazy wind or anything like that. But it was a breezy day, slightly breezy, but again, nothing too crazy. A tree branch literally cracks and falls through the woods. And I saw the branch go down, and I was like, what the heck? What the heck? Like, what the heck does that mean? Now, I'm asking y'all because I haven't Googled this, because then I, put the kids to bed, and then I made this video. I share those two circumstances because I truly believe that you don't need anyone to lead you to your own spirituality, to your own knowledge, to your own answers, to your own signs. Though it is great to have help, the answers are within me, and I can do my own due diligence and find out what I need to find out. The answers are in the cards, in numbers, in signs, symbols, synchronicities, repetition, patterns, how I feel, what I'm thinking in that moment. But you have to be open to it. You have to know that I can find my own answers. I can create my own answers. I can see what is trying to get through to me. What do they say? It's like turning the radio frequency, the radio channel, to the frequency where the voice or the music is now clear coming through. You have to know that you have that ability to cross over and reach, to hear what you need to hear, see what you need to see. And I used to feel so disconnected. I used to be like, how come I can't feel or see anything or know anything? I'm just kind of going through life blindly, and everybody else is anointed. Everybody else is so knowledgeable and secure and confident in the voice of God and God's hand, God's message, God's whatever. And I'm over here like, I didn't hear a goddamn thing. I don't see it. I don't get it, but what's for me has been comes in a very different way. So I wanted to just share my experience, because be encouraged, be uplifted that, you're not crazy. You're not in the dark. You may just couldn't hear before. You may be just, it maybe wasn't the time. Maybe nothing was to be said. That's fine too, but I think we can overcomplicate this thing. And I think that a lot of times what someone else has put onto us has clouded what we need to know. And you may not be like me spiritually. You may not be into what I'm into. But I know what you're into will work for you if you're open to it, and if you find it, and if you delve into it, and if you ask to find what works for you. So, for example, I have huge, immense respect for Queen Afua. I was not led to the Kemetic path, though. I was not led to the ancient Egyptian principles. But I do draw from a lot of wisdom from her book, Heal Thyself. Heal Thyself, Know Thy Wound, Sacred Circle. What was it called? Y'all know what book I'm talking about. The book that took you through the different passageways, healing yourself and things like that. Okay? So I just wanted to share that little experience because this channel has kind of evolved as I've gotten more personal over the years, and I don't have the bandwidth to have multiple channels because I am only one person, and so you get what you get and you don't pitch a fit. Open to share and talk about it more, whoever's interested. But yeah, thank you for always watching and sticking with me. My wine has me feeling good. I tried a strawberry wine that I got. Strawberry is not really my thing, but I'm liking this. So now I'm going to do my skincare. I'm going to do my oil pulling. I'm going to floss. I'm going to, yeah, that's it. And then I'm going to shut it down. But thank you for watching. Good luck to you guys until the next one. Peace. Bye.